Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I noticed while Andre was talking, I looked over here at some of your comments. Some of you were quoting me, which is great. If you want to quote and tweet, I'll retweet it. You know what I mean? Want to hashtag music business success at Kendrick Dean, quote it. You know what I'm saying? While we're doing this live, so I'll retweet it. But yeah, it's very important to come correct. That's what a lot of people like to say. Come correct. Be conscious of the time and do what you can do to squash them nerves. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you're saying, and I want to be a superstar, I want to be an artist, I want to be a songwriter, I want to be a producer, your nerves got to take a backseat. You can't come to a executive saying, "Oh, I don't know if I'm ready to sing," or you know, I'm a little shy, because you're asking them to potentially invest millions of dollars in you. They're not going to invest millions of dollars in someone that doesn't have a personality. So before I go to the next pillar, let me go back into what I just said about their investment. A lot of people think that it's just about talent when it comes to signing a record deal or becoming famous. I'm here to tell you that it ain't just about talent. There are a lot of talented, super talented people, more talented than a lot of the ones that are out here successfully, that haven't even gotten a chance to be heard or gotten a record deal. So squash that in your mind about it being about talent right now, or at least solely about talent. And don't feel no pity party because you might be super talented and then you don't have a deal, you know, or you don't have an opportunity for people to hear you. I know a lot of talented people. Some of them, they feel bad because they're down on themselves because they're like, well, this person is successful when they're not even half as talented as me, and boo, boo, boo. No one cares about that. You got to get a thick skin in this business. It's not just about talent. It's about, what are you selling? What's your market? How are you different? How are you relating and connecting with the demographic that your music is supposed to be for? If you're connecting with them on a certain level, that's exceptional. Then any exec, L.A. Reid, everybody is gonna be like blowing your phone up, because you're gonna be the one that has the key to success. You're doing their job, so to speak. All they have to do is pull together the records, because not only you got the talent, but you have the cultural touch. You know what's happening in today's world. Your music is resonating. You have fans, so it's a new business in that sense. Not that it didn't matter how an artist developed prior to getting a deal, but it's so much more important and significant that the artist is developed to a certain level prior to either getting a deal or even having those types of conversations. That's what labels look for nowadays. They want to see what your Twitter numbers are like. They want to see how many likes you're getting on your Instagram post, even if you have 20,000 followers. They really want to see what's the engagement of your followers, not just the fact that you got numbers, but how are they engaged and how are you engaging with them. So I encourage you, independent artists, speaking to you, to have a presence, a constant presence online, whether it's having an organized YouTube channel.
Facebook is important.
Having a Facebook page, which is, Facebook is highly underused and very powerful. Whatever you have, make sure that they're all consistent with the brand. I get tired of seeing, you know, certain people that aspire to be, whether it be producers, writers, or artists, that have a Twitter name that's, you know, Big Timmy Yo, you know what I'm saying, 125, or at Big Timmy Yo 125. A Facebook name is Timmy the Yo of Yo Entertainment or whatever, Facebook, and then Instagram is something totally different. Why are you confusing the market? You have to look at yourself as a business. Why would I have separate names for my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook? It doesn't make sense. Everything is Kendrick Dean. Why? Because everything is analytical. Analytics. Google Analytics. Everything that every time somebody searches Kendrick Dean, all of that's gonna pop up. My Instagram's gonna pop up. My Facebook's gonna pop up. My Twitter's gonna pop up. And chances are they're likely to like those pages or follow me. And everything that I do is accessible to them. It's like them coming into my house. You wouldn't say, come into my house, but I have like 10 different entryways, and I don't know which one is the main door. You know what I mean? You got to give people the main door and show them, this is who I am. That's what labels are looking for. They're looking for artists who know who they are, who know what their brand is, and their brand has a ring to it. And don't ever put, if you're an artist, don't put 23482 or numbers after your at signs, whether Instagram, Twitter. If you're an artist, put your artist brand name, and that's not an insult or a disrespect. I'm trying to say it to help you artists. Put your artist name, you know, and whatever name you want to go with it, market with, and then run that all the way through, The second pillar I want to talk about is organization and strategy, and it goes back to what I was saying about my business strategy and time management, how I have, you know, a certain hour allotted in my day to return phone calls and to return emails, etc. It's important to be organized with your music from a creative standpoint. Whether it's, okay, I'm going to spend 3 hours today studying music videos, if you want to be a music video director, or I'm going to spend 5 hours a day vocal training, or 2 hours practicing my piano. Organize your time. Organize your time and have a strategy as to how you're going to pursue your craft, how you're going to pursue being successful in the business. Whether you're, like I said, an artist, a songwriter, a producer, make sure you organize that. Organize your Facebook and organize your YouTube to where people can have easy access to it. Put on a Google alert and key it to your email address. So anytime your name is mentioned online, you get a inbox saying your name was mentioned on this website. Have organization. Have a sense of order with your business, even if it's only you. You can do it with just you. Matter of fact, it starts with you. The other people that are built or that come around you and are part of your organization are moving on your drum. They're your organization because you organize them to be. You know what I'm saying? They don't come in and say, oh, well, I just know what to do. They need leadership. And as an artist, as a producer, as a writer, as an executive, as a graphic designer, as a film director, a video director, you are a leader. You are a leader. And that's very important for us to grab a hold to and let that sink in. One of the next things, it kind of flows into the next pillar, number 3, is building your team. A lot of people talk about having good management. They talk about having good attorneys. They talk about having good business management, etc. Those are very important. But that's only one part of building the team. There's also a personal team and a creative team. In other words, keeping people around you that's going to be honest. Whether it's family or friends, or a family member or a friend, or another artist, another songwriter, people around you that's going to be honest about your craft and that's going to tell you, hey, that's whack. You need to come again. Or that's hot. People around you is very important. You know, I feel like you are the identity of the sum of all of your closest friends. They say, I think that the adage is your closest 5 friends, you are that identity. But make sure you keep people around you that are more talented than you, that are more business savvy than you. You know, when I came up, I was fortunate to come up with a lot of very successful musicians. People from Raymond Angry, who played with Yolanda Adams and Silk and Barry Whipple. You know, very successful musicians. E-Class from Po' Boy down in Miami, and very successful business people that knew, you know, the industry. I was fortunate to have that as an access to me. But not only that was it accessible, I took advantage of it. I asked them questions. I would stand next to the organ while Raymond was playing, and I would look and I'd be like, man, how did you do that chord? How'd you do that transition? Be a student. So that's a part of building my creative fold and my team from a personal aspect. It also goes into just general friends that don't know anything about music. You need good support around you, whether it's parents or whether it's a girlfriend or wife or husband or whatever. You need a great support system around you, people that believe in you, but people that will tell you the truth. And they're not afraid to tell you the honest truth, even if it hurts. The second part about your team is, yes, you do need good management, you do need good attorney, you do need good musicians and other people that are on the creative side. And you might wonder, well, I don't have a manager, I don't have an attorney. How am I going to make it in this business? Everything happens within its place. When I got my first placement, I didn't have an attorney. I didn't have a manager. Matter of fact, the majority of my career has been self-managed. I've been self-contained. A lot of people don't know that. I've managed the majority of my career. Just towards maybe for like a couple of years, I had a manager, but I've been able to manage my career, on my own. Everybody can't do that. I'm not advising that as a general thing. Everybody can't do that. But what I am doing is I'm speaking to the person that doesn't have a manager. That's like, man, I got to get a manager. I got to get a manager. Not necessarily. You may, but not necessarily. A manager will do things like helping you stay organized and in order, making sure, if it's a business manager, making sure your bills are paid on time. If you got kids, making sure that and you're not married to the father or the mother, making sure that those checks go, where they need to go, making sure your income taxes are paid. All of that stuff is great for a business manager. A personal manager or a day-to-day manager makes sure that your music is heard. They create opportunities for your music to be heard and for you to be for you to collaborate with other people, for you to collaborate with other writers and other producers. That's a good personal manager. They have good relationships with labels. A good manager has good relationships with A&Rs, which stands for artist and repertoire, label execs, other creative writers and producers, and as well as artists and other managers. That's what a good manager does. He or she services that need for their client. So outside of management, legal, it's important that you get a good legal team, because after you have accumulated so much success in the business, you're going to start seeing opportunities and you're going to start seeing some challenges. Your opportunities might be publishing deals.